G'day ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another Let's Play, Let's Go, Let's See, Let's Do. And today, what the hell are we going to do? Yes folks, it is Star Trek Online. That's what the hell we're going to do. So we're going to keep on going on with this mission that we've been putting off. Me, have been putting off for an episode now, and I'm actually thinking on the way, and this is the best time to do this, on the way we should actually start looking at these duty officers and what's actually happening. Now I mentioned in the previous video that these things are basically determined by the sectors and everything, but as you can see from the last video, we've got one successful mission and we've got one failure, which is annoying, but as I said in the previous video, with that particular mission it was always expected. So now we've got a, well, that's 100% successful one, so we're obviously going to do that, which is kind of, what do we got left now? We've got some stuff in the trade, 40 hours. Let's see how that looks. 79% success. I think that's going to be a good one, but I hate how this thing refreshes. But the question was, what was the cost of the trade? This is a new one, 61%, and does that show 10 of these things or 30 of these things? Should go back and actually have a look properly, shouldn't I? 30, okay, 30 communication arrays. How much does it cost? Communication array, 300 each, huh? No, it's a bit expensive. Let's have a look. I just minimize that. This is where you start have to do the cost benefit analysis. Am I going to get enough credits back? Maybe, if it all works out. It probably would, but I like the odds better if it was higher. And this one we only need 5 provisions, but what's the actual 53%? Is not a guaranteed victory there either. So it's basically 53% chance plus a little bit of extra stuff that it could actually work out well. But yeah, this is a good one, and that was it. So that's, again, you're just looking at the numbers here, folks. Star Trek is a very heavily numbers game. Now, what I'm going to do, and I'm probably going to show you this, so it will probably be longer to actually go and do the mission all in one video, so I think I'll split it up. But what I want to actually show is when we go into the different sectors of sector space, the missions, as in like what's available for the crew to do, will actually change based on the sector you're in, which makes sense. But you'll never really understand it unless you've actually seen it happen. You're just going, oh, hang on, what the hell happened there? Where'd the other mission go? I thought I had a diplomat before. And I believe, but then again, I can be completely wrong, but I believe the reason why they've also put that in there, it also gives you a bit of a boost to level up a little bit quicker, but it also gives you something to do when you're traveling between different missions, because sometimes, folks, you're traveling a lot. So, yeah. It's just another mechanism to the game, which is okay. I mean, you don't have to do much. You just have to sit there and click on stuff, and that's basically it. Then you just hope it all works out. But see, here's the change. So in the next sector, I'm going to just hit the brakes for a few moments. Let's have a look at this. So that's a 55% chance of succeeding. But I don't have the correct players or enough players, so I can't do anything there. Let's have a look. Let's scroll down. So what is here? 20 hours, secure trade route with minor species. Let's have a look at that. What's the, no, maybe not. Oh, maybe. Okay, that seems okay. That didn't cost me anything. Now, I'm going to have a look at this one. Again, 53%. Hit and miss, really, but we'll do it anyway. And let's scroll down. So you got also stuff in series as well. Let's have a look at this. Oh, 63% better chance of doing it, and you keep on seeing the development, and the development is also a part of the mission trees. But because I don't have the correct resources, then I just can't do it. So it's no point in actually going through it at this point. But when I do get the right resources, which will come over time, then we can definitely go through, probably do a video, go through each sector, what missions we can do. That would be interesting, if I'm out of video ideas. So, where are we? So we're waiting for the next one to cross. And again, usually, when you get quicker in the game, you can do these things as you're flying, so that you don't have to stop and read and go all over it. But for the purpose of this video, because it's the first time that we've all really gone through this together, the viewing public, if you've played the game 100 times before, then this is second nature to you. Or maybe something you just avoid. I mean, it doesn't mean you have to have it. And this is Star Trek Online. There's no percentage of the game to say, oh, you're now 97.3% complete. It doesn't work like that. So, sector space, we're going. I think it'll be moving faster than what we are. Okay, should change in the next few seconds. I'm waiting. Here we go. Let's have a look. Alright, so shall we hit the brakes again? Okay, so diplomatic. It's a... well, that looks like it's gonna work, so we'll do that. I mean, you can obviously rate these. I just look at the percentages if it's gonna work or not, and then go for it. Now, this one I'm not going to do because I have to spend a lot of money and I don't like spending at all. That one is 52%. This one is... the odds are not in my favor there. I'm looking for better odds than 53. Okay, so I'll also explain why I'm kind of bouncing around. So I know that with my, let's just say with the people that do these missions, some of them have special talents, some of them don't. The ones that have special talents are obviously going to increase the likelihood of your missions actually working out correctly. And you might get extra. Like this guy's got tactical, you see there? It's in green, which means it's his trait. Now what we also have is negative traits as well. And they're highlighted in red. So if you're not going to send someone on a diplomatic mission who is like a non-diplomat or something like that, so you have to also look at it like that as well. It's quite good that they color coded. Green means good, red means don't do it. Also too, RND, and I wanted to speak about this, and I probably will do something with this now. So RND, remember all those gases and stuff we were collecting for all the videos? This is the reason why. You need these things in order to build these components. And obviously the more you have, the more you can build. Now, there are so many components to start with. It is absolutely insane when you look at this the first time and you just sit there and go, holy shit, what the hell do I want to build? And I honestly believe there should be some type of a tutorial for this, outside of websites and things like that, but there's not, which is fine. So we'll try to take you through that now. So what do we want to do? Well, you know me, I want to do photon torpedoes or torpedo launchers because at the moment that's what I'm playing with. So obviously I'm just gonna have a look down here and see what else is there. Just out of curiosity, I can create a pad, which is a, what the hell does this do? I think it's for training purposes. But for the moment, let's start with the basics. I mean, you can do shields, you can craft, is basically crafting here, folks. You can craft whatever the hell your heart so desires. But because it's Star Trek, there is so much more into it than just, I want to do a shield. I think I'll show you. So you start off and you can do this, and then of course you can select which shield do you want. Do you want that one? Do you want this one? Do you want the next one? And of course you have to be very careful. The ones that you craft have to be for your characters. So don't craft the highest one because you got the components, because you may not be able to use it for another, I don't know, 30 missions. And also too, with the missing components, it gives you the opportunity to drill down into these things to see what's going on. So it's absolutely insane. So before I go to the whole crafting, and I'll do it in this episode, don't worry, I am actually going to just do the next sector space, because this is where we started. And I know that the ship was flying. So what do we got here? 30 something percent. Forget it. What's this one? So it's 5 of these things. 52%. 50,000. Nope. So there's nothing here that I want to go for. Definitely not. Look at that. Trade 50,000 and get back pretty much fuck all. On the one above that. They call it diplomatic. Yeah, sure. Alright, we'll wait for the next one to change as we're getting closer to our destination. But folks, by the looks of it, I'm not probably going to do the game of that, or that particular mission, let's say like that, in this episode. I think it'll just be too long. Okay, waiting for it to change. Has it changed? Will it change? Can you mongrel change? Alright. So, projectile weapons. This is where we're going to. RND. Now, you can do consoles. I want the torpedo launcher. So, we start with this. So, let's hit the begin button. Obviously, Mark II, we know it's too small for my level. Mark, what is it? Is it 5, 6? Let's have a look. What am I carrying at the moment? I've got Mark 3, or Mark 2 looks like it. So, let's do that one. Mark 4 sounds about right. It means I can still do it, so we'll confirm that. So we've got the person that can make it, but as you can see here, my components aren't there. So you just sit there and go, shit, what do I have to do? Click on them. I'll click on the first one. And do I have the materials to create this? Yes, I do. That was all the gases. Now also too, you may or may not have the catalysts. Don't worry if you don't have them, because this is a whole mission on its own right. But you actually have the opportunity to add catalysts to these items. And usually it just has the opportunity to increase the skill of the item. Usually. But again, let's start from the beginning. Let's do start task. Or maybe not. Maybe. Yeah. Sorry, folks. I'm just thinking of something. I'm looking at the time. So just have a look at the bottom where it says start task. You're probably sitting there going, Evan, what the hell are you doing? All these components, and I just realized that as I was going to do it, all these components have a specific time. So here we go. This one takes 15 seconds. So thankfully, this is the longest one. So we'll start with that one. Again, you don't have to start with it. But the important part is that you need to understand. Once you start a task, you actually can check its progress. You can just sit here and look at it. Now, this is fine for things that go for 5-10 seconds. But this is the research slots, and this is important because when you first start, you only got one. You get experience, which is great, but you only got one research slot. So you cannot load them up. So you have to do them one at a time, which can be a bit annoying because you may have something in here that takes 35-40 minutes, and then you also want to craft the other components for the next item that you're thinking of doing. Well, you can't do that. Also, too, it gives you a chance to finish earlier by spending, I think, dilithium, but we're not going to do that because we're cheap, and it's also like, what, 10 seconds? Big freaking deal. So, now you noticed, I built the first one, and I'm just going, whoa, why didn't it happen? What's going on? Actually, it did, but you, in the red box, it actually showed that there were 2 components of that one that was needed, not just one. It was very hard to see. The game did not stuff up. It was very difficult to read. I personally don't like that because it just really irritates my eyes. But yeah, you know where I'm coming from with this. So let's have a look here. Confirm that. See, now we've got the 2 of them there. That's fine. And then we just got the 1 of these that we need to create. It takes 5 seconds. And that's pretty much nothing. By the time I click over and move my mouse up, there we go. So, we have enough components now to build a Mark 4. No, 3. 4. No, right, 4. So, let's confirm that. And this is what we're going to get. Now, by building this, we have a 0% chance of making it rare or very rare, 15% for rare, 37% for uncommon, and then we got a good chance that that's going to be there as well. So if we assign this, what did it do? Current skill, it did absolutely nothing. So let's clear that slot. Increased the rarity by about 2%, I think it did, or 1%. Yeah, 1%, big freaking deal. But again, folks, it's a numbers game. It really is a numbers game. But see, now we've created 15 minutes. Now, you could, if you wanted to, spend your dilithium and make it go faster. But because we're going to do our mission in the next video, we will do it and see what the hell comes out of it afterwards. So that's basically it there, folks. So what have we got coming up? This ought to be interesting. Ooh. Oh, Romulans. Oh shit. We do find Kharkiv.
Did you think you could run from me? There is no place where I cannot find you.
And thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Talk to you in the next one.